In my previous video, I got comments saying, make a video on action manhwa that have some light comedy. Honestly guys, they're just handful of manhwas that have comedy on it, but since it's your request, here is the video about top 10 comedy manhwa, or manhwa, that will make your day. So without any delay, let's start our list. Number 10 on our list is Path of the Shaman. This manhwa currently has 61 chapters. If the Grim Reaper calls your name 3 times, you will be taken to the underworld. Hyokrying Mugong. Hyokrying Mugong. Hyokrying Mew. You bastard. I want to live longer. Get lost. After desperately eating the herb of immortality, I couldn't believe it, but I survived. When I realized this was real and opened my eyes, there were old geezers standing around me. Where am I? Mount Wudong? The Wudong sect? And what's even worse, I've possessed the body of an errand boy. This is totally nuts. I'm the strongest, the absolute F-King, strongest heavenly leader of the evil sect, Hyokrying Mugong. This manhwa is the perfect combination of action and comedy. The story also pretty good, but if you just talk about comedy, I will guarantee you that this manhwa will hurt your stomach at every chapter. I means our MC have reborn as Taoist, but he's totally as a thug, and that really funny to see. Overall this is really good, and you must try this. Number 9 on our list is All Hail the Sect Leader. This manhwa currently has 110 chapters. All the members of my sect are abnormally strong. All my disciples turn out to be big shots, and I'll definitely become invincible in this world. This is just another reincarnation manhwa, where MC get reincarnate into Murim world and has system. But the reason why I picked this manhwa is its comedy. It's really good. The art of this manhwa is average, but its character are really good and very funny. Overall you can try this manhwa if you have nothing to read. Then let's move to our number 8 manhwa, which is Triple Times F-Class Trash Arrow. This manhwa currently has 99 chapters. Protagonist Kin Han-soo killed the Demon King after 10 years of being summoned in the fantasy world. Now it's time to be sent back to Earth. What's this? The fantasy world's god appears along with his report card. Because he removed all the obstacles that prevented him killing the Demon King, his personality score came out as F. The regression that follows is that he has to return to the start and begin again. Can Kang Han-soo end this endless returns? Before you start reading this manhwa, I tell you that many people like this manhwa or hate this manhwa. It's up to their test, but for me this manhwa is very entertainment and fun one. If you're looking for a comedy manhwa, with a badass MC who kill anyone without much thought, then this is the way to go. Number 7 on our list is The Eminence in Shadow. This manga currently has 37 chapters. Just like how everyone adored heroes in their childhood, a certain young man adored those powers hidden in shadows. After hiding his strength and living the mediocre life of a mob character by day while undergoing frenzied training by night, he finally reincarnates into a different world and gains ultimate power. The young man who is only playing at being a power in the shadows, his misunderstanding subordinates, and a giant organization in the shadows that gets trampled. This is the story of a young boy who had adored powers in shadows, possibly eventually reigning over the world of shadows in another world. I know guys that you don't want to read mangas, but just trust me and try this manga, it won't disappoint you. Then let's move to our number 6 manhwa, which is I Grow Stronger by Eating. This manhwa currently has 48 chapters. Everyone has a talent of their own. And the talent I have is eating. A talent that shines much brighter in this world where countless powerful organisms dwell. Feast, devour, consume the blood and flesh of the strong and make that yours. Even if it's a dragon, a demon king, or a god. This manhwa is for those who wants a dark comedy. In this manhwa our MC is totally a badass, who kill anyone without much thought. But beside badass MC it has a very good comedy. Especially if you read Asura Scan's website you will see some very funny notes, but some people don't like those notes. Anyway, the art of this manhwa is average, and character are good. You might find some anime reference in this, so give it a try. Then let's move to our number 5 manhwa, which is Return of the Manhua Sect. This manhwa currently has 50 chapters. Chungmyeong, the 13th disciple of the Manhua sect, one of the 3 great swordsmen of the Plum Blossom Sword Saint, who has defeated Chunma, who has brought destruction and disarray onto the world. After the battle, he breathes his last breath on top of the headquarter mountain of the Heavenly Demon Sect. He is reborn after 100 years in the body of a child. What? The Manhua sect has fallen? What kind of nonsense is that? If I have to say something about this manhwa, then I will just say it is a masterpiece. I means it have everything that you expect from a good manhwa: Asian, comedy, badass MC, top class art, amazing character. But if you just talk about comedy, then I guess this pick is enough to tell you how funny this is. Anyway, as I say, this manhwa is very good, that you must read. Then let's move to our number 4 manhwa, which is Windbreaker. This manhwa currently has 378 chapters. Burdened with expectations since childhood, second-year high school student named Jo Jae-yun feels obligated to aim for the top through his studies. Despite obtaining the title of student president at Taeyong High, he continues to study diligently, giving him little time to befriend others. However, possessing an exceptional talent for biking with a technique that astonishes other experienced bikers, there is more to him than meets the eye. This is a sports manhwa, but it's also a very good manhwa that shows what friendship is. It will make you laugh at the start but make you carry it later. For a sport manhwa, the art is very good. Then let's talk about characters. This manhwa have a main character, but I don't say that this manhwa has only one MC. Every character is very amazing, you will definitely relate to some character, but my favorite was this guy. He is the most funniest character in this manhwa. Anyway, if you're looking for a manhwa that is comedy and lot of chapter, then just try this, you will love it. Then let's move to our number 3 manhwa, which is Beyond Myriad Peoples. This manhwa currently has 80 chapters. Tens of thousands of big shots submitted his feet, yet he says, "I'm really just a mortal." The overpowered protagonist who's simultaneously the weakest in the world. In this manhwa, our MC is just too overpowered, but the funny thing is that he himself don't know that how powerful he is. This manhwa is just full of misunderstanding, and misunderstanding is the thing that make me laugh. As for art, the art is average, but the character design is really good. And character are good. It's really funny to see those misunderstanding in characters. Anyway, this really a fun manhwa. If you're bored, then just try this. Then let's move to our number 3 manhwa, which is Lightning Degree. This manhwa currently has 107 chapters. Ryu-yun lost his father to a disease when he was only 10 years old. With the skill he learned from his father, he could carve any wood into wonderfully intricate sculptures. One day, after completing the sculptures of his parents, Ryu-yun was greeted by an elderly man who was impressed by his sculptures. The old man saw promise in Ryu-yun and asked him if he would like to become his disciple. As Ryu-yun had nowhere to go, and wanted to make the most of his life, he accepted the old man's offer. Not only this manhwa has a top-class comedy, this manhwa is also one of my personal favorite ones. The art is very good, as you can see. And character are just amazing. This manhwa have best master ever, best waifu, best main protagonist. If have not read this manhwa till now, then you're really missing something. It's really good manhwa that you should read. Then let's move to our number 1 manhwa, which is The Return of the Crazy Demon. This manhwa currently has 32 chapters. Yizaha, the crazy demon who is crazy for martial arts. While he was running away after stealing the heavenly pearl of the demon cult leader, he fell off a cliff. After thinking that everything was over, he opened his eyes to see that he had returned back to when he was a waiter. And he is being beat up for something that he didn't do. The crazy demon who returned to the beginning of his days as a waiter. Will he go crazy again, or will he drive his enemies crazy? This manhwa might be of just 32 chapters, but it has the potential to become your favorite manhwa. The author of this manhwa must be a genius. I love his humor. Anyway, the art of this manhwa is top class, as you can see. And all character is amazing. I love to see their reaction, and the MC is one of my favorites. I love how he thinks. He can kill anyone just because he don't like his face. This is quite famous manhwa, so I guess most of you have already read this, but if not, then what the hell are you doing? Just go and read. If you have watched the video till ending, then I'm really grateful to you. And since you have watched full video, here is the bonus manhwa. First is Manhua and Shangfeng, and second is Overly Handsome. Those two manhwa don't have story, but have next level comedy. I will guarantee you that you can't control your laugh after read those, especially Manhua and Shangfeng. Most of manhwa meme come from this.